Hey ladies. Okay, so today I want to talk about, is it bloat, is it mommy tummy, or is it diastasis, and how to check and how to know, okay? So if you don't know who I am, my name's Olivia Cagle. I'm a prenatal, postnatal corrective exercise specialist and a diastasis restoration specialist, and I help mommies heal their cores from the inside out. So let's talk about bloat, mommy tummy, or diastasis. If you don't know what diastasis is the separation of the left and right abdominals. You've got a connective tissue that runs down the middle, okay, and it should feel like this, okay, like the cartilage on your nose. That's a healthy one. But when the linea alba is stretched out kind of like cellophane, it may feel like this, okay. What happens is when this opens up, the muscles follow along, okay, and then you've got all kinds of issues going on in here, right? So you may, if you do a crunch or a sit-up or something, you may notice some bulging or coning, something that doesn't look normal, especially if you've had a baby and you're thinking, what is going on with my tummy? It doesn't look normal. It could be diastasis, okay? So when you lean forward and you have this separation and the linea alba, that tissue is very thin, honestly, it's your organs kind of push up against that and you don't have protection. So that is why it's important that you want to heal diastasis, because you've got some other issues going on in here, okay? So when you have diastasis, you're going to notice that you have a lot more maybe bloating issues, because there's so much is connected down here, okay? You don't have that protection to protect you from the bloating protruding out as much, so you're really going to deal with that more, okay? So first of all, let's talk about how to check to see if you have diastasis. And I think any mom should actually check to see if you do, because people, women who have babies, actually a little separation is normal when you get pregnant, because you have to make room for that baby, okay? Some women, after they have babies, they end up injuring themselves worse because they didn't realize they had that, and they start doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So it's very important to learn function over fitness. Anyway, for all of us, because when you learn function, when you learn alignment, when you learn breathing, you're going to reduce aches and pains in your body. That's going to happen later on, and you're going to learn how to do things safely every single day to keep yourself strong, okay? So regardless if you have diastasis or not, it's good to do that. But if you had a little bit of it after you had a baby and then you started working out really hard, you could have opened that separation more, okay? And it never really healed. So it's important to know. So what I want you to do, you can lay down, and this is how we check for it, okay? So your knees are just bent like this, okay? And barely, like this is what I'm doing. You barely lift your head up, like not to here, just barely. And I want you to come up where your ribs meet, because you're usually not open up too much there, okay? So let me see. I can scoot in front of my white dishwasher so I'm not blending in with my cabinets. So you come here, and usually it's a little bouncy unless your diastasis has opened all the way up, okay? So you come here, and you start doing this. And once you start feeling your finger, if you feel your finger start dipping in, then that connective tissue is a little bit stretched, okay? So you can kind of see how far and deep down your finger goes, okay? And a lot of times I like to tell people, is it a fingernail deep, or first knuckle, middle, second knuckle? So the depth is the most important because of that tissue. So yes, I noticed bloat a lot more, especially toward the end of the day. Yes, that is very common with women with diastasis. So all right, so once you know the depth, and that's very important to know, because like I said, the depth is the most important, because we got to get that tissue healed back up strong and get the blood flowing back there. Now come up, and wherever you started to dip in, turn your fingers this way and start feeling where that's dipping in, how many fingers you can get in there in between, okay? Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've helped women who are like 6 fingers, 7 fingers wide to close this diastasis. So you can make it happen. You can heal it. So that's important to know. Another thing you can do is to put your fingers lightly on your belly button area and feel for a pulse. Okay? If you can feel a pulse, that's usually your tissue's very thin and you're feeling that pulse where your organs are through that, okay? So that's kind of how you check to see if you have it, okay? If you have it, what do? Okay? Well, first of all, let me talk about the symptoms that can go along with diastasis. And a lot of times you're going to get a hernia, an umbilical hernia, hiatal hernia, because diastasis is usually caused by an intra-abdominal pressure from incorrect alignment or incorrect breathing. And so when you have that, when you already had that and you go into pregnancy, whatever that alignment was, that weakness, it got exacerbated during your pregnancy, and a lot of you can open up easier, okay? So you may get hernias, you may get low back pain, you may have leakage, you may have pelvic organ prolapse. All of that can go with diastasis. And honestly, the way that you heal diastasis can actually heal leakage, pelvic organ prolapses, lower back pain, because everything is connected down here. You've got to learn how to work all of this correctly. You've got 4 inner core muscles that you need to strengthen, okay, all at once. And it's the transverse abdominal, it's your multifidus muscles of the spine, okay, it's your pelvic floor and your diaphragm. You have to learn how to work all of these muscles, okay? The diaphragm is the #1 muscle that can help align your body, and it's so underused. And we have to learn how to work all 4 of these muscles together like they're gears. If we're just doing a Kegel, okay, guess what? None of these other gears are spinning, and you're not working them, and so it's not going to work, okay? So that's really important to know. You've got to learn how to get in correct alignment as well in order for all of this, our system, to work just really well and then to function normally. You also want to learn this if you're going to get pregnant later, so you don't have to deal with this and you can prevent it, okay? So again, is it bloat, mommy tummy, or diastasis? So even if you don't have the symptom of diastasis, and maybe you have leakage, or maybe you have a prolapse, or lower back pain, or a hernia, you probably still need to work on getting this core, your pelvic floor, strengthened. It's very important, and it's going to help you with everything in your life, okay? Just our core is our foundation. It's meant to take the brunt force of things. So when you move, okay, even picking up something, your core should turn on, okay? Your shoulders shouldn't be doing all the work, okay? So you're going to reduce aches and pains in your body. So some doctors may tell you, no, you don't have diastasis or whatever, or only surgery can fix it. I encourage you to do research, okay? Because you may have some form of diastasis, but it may not be severe enough where they think you need surgery. And that leads me to another point. Do you think you need surgery for your diastasis, okay? I have seen women healed of diastasis being very, very wide. The thing is you just have to work these muscles. It all depends on the condition of your linea alba. And if you have surgery, okay, I'm not like saying, well, you should never get surgery, but I'm saying there's other things that can help. And if you do have surgery, did you correct the root cause? Did you get in there and did you correct your alignment? Did you correct your breathing? Did you learn how to work out correctly? Did you learn how to work out safely? This is very important because it's going to help you prevent it. So if you have surgery and you still have this root issue going on, it may show up later on. So that's some of my advice. So just know if you do have diastasis, the bloating is going to get worse. It could just be mommy tummy. okay? But that's why you want to do the whole checking thing like I showed you how to do, okay? So I have a 5-day diastasis challenge that's free, okay? There's a link somewhere around this video, and it's going to teach you the very basic foundations to have in place to heal a diastasis. It's so important to learn those things, okay? So it's free. You can get it by clicking up there. And of course, let me know if you have any questions in the comment sections. I'll come back and answer these questions, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff flying around about how to heal diastasis. This is what my doctor said. So I just want you to be well informed and well educated, okay? So I've worked with hundreds of women and seen these women get healed. So there is hope, okay? So anyway, thanks for watching, and grab that 5-day diastasis challenge if you haven't. Okay, bye.